Hi there all, and welcome to this video. So in this video we're going to talk about the Copilot functionality within Business Central. So this was fairly recently added, and it's basically the use of AI or artificial intelligence within the Business Central environment. What the Copilot functionality allows us to do within BC is set sort of descriptions that we can use against the product catalog that we have, and that's used within the items area of BC, and the descriptions are built based on the attributes which we have against that particular product. So let me just jump into my items list in my environment here, and I'm just going to talk you through how we could go about using Copilot within Business Central. So this is just a Cronus environment, so I'm going to jump into one of my items that I have here. And if I jump into the item card, what I can do is go in the fact box area here to the marketing text fact box. And you can see here I've got a few options where I can create with Copilot, I can edit. Now what I should say is I have enabled the Copilot functionality in this particular environment, but before you can start using it, you do need to enable that. So as soon as you go in to your environment and try to start using it, it will ask you to agree to a disclaimer which is listed on screen. I can't show you that here because I've already enabled it, but if I just search for Copilot within the search here, it tells me that AI capabilities are enabled, and does give me a bit of a warning here, so I won't read through the whole thing, but it is still in preview mode here within this environment, and you can click on some of the links here to get some more information. It just takes you out into a different page where you've got some more information on the functionality and how we can use that. But let me jump back. I'm going to say close, and I'm going to come back to my item card. So I'm on the item card here for the Athens Desk 1896-S. And there are a few different ways that we can generate the marketing text for this product or this item. What I'm going to do first, though, before I do that, is I'm just going to show you the information on which those marketing text descriptions are generated. So I just clicked item here, and I'm going to go into attributes, and what this does is it brings up the list of attributes that we have against this particular item. So the item attributes on our system are entirely customizable. We can set those up to be what we want them to be. We will do another video on that at some point in time, but I'm not going to focus on sort of setting those up right now. But what I do want to show you is we've got a few of these assigned to our Athens Desk product. So for example, we can see that the adjustable height attribute is set to no, assembly required is set to no, and there's a few others. The color's black, the depth is 100, we've got some height. You've got lots of different attributes, or basically just bits of information against this particular product. Now these are important for the Copilot functionality because these are going to form the basis upon which your marketing text is generated. So let me get into it now, and I'm just going to come into the marketing text fact box here, and I'm going to go edit. And what this will do is it will bring up a new window which basically says create with Copilot, and what I can do here is just let me say more settings, and I've got a section there that tells me choose how Copilot suggests the marketing text for my Athens Desk, and bear in mind it does tell me that it's preview mode at the moment. So first things first here, I can choose the attributes to include, and this is basically just the same list as I just showed you. So remember, we said the adjustable height was set to no, color was set to black, depth was 100 centimeters, and so on and so on. So these are the attributes which we had on the product itself. And I can go in and include or exclude by ticking or unticking the attribute here. So for now, I've just unticked them all. I'm going to say close, and see here it says in the attributes to include section now, add item attributes to improve accuracy. Then in the emphasize a quality drop down option box, I can select innovation, sustainability, power, or a few others here. So I'm just going to leave this as innovation. And in the tone of voice, again here, you can just generate different descriptions based on an inspiring tone of voice, a formal tone of voice, and so on. I won't go through them all. And then I can choose the format and length. So I can do a few different things here. I can choose a tagline, a paragraph, a tagline and paragraph together, or a brief. And thing that I should say here is the format and length here set to tagline right now. But if I was to change that to one of the other options, see, I've changed it to paragraph, gives me an error. And it's basically saying, please select at least 2 item attributes and try again. So it's basically saying if we want to use paragraph, and I think it's the same for tagline and paragraph and brief as well. So just set that back to tagline for now. But if we want to use any of the other 3 here, we must insert into the top box here at least 2 attributes for BC to use, for Copilot to use when it's generating the description there. So for now, we're just going to say format and length is set to tagline. And very simply, what I can do here is I can go in and say create draft. Okay, so what this does is in the box at the bottom here, it has generated me a tagline because that's what we said. And it's in a formal tone of voice emphasizing innovation. So you can see it's got my tagline here. So unlock a world of productivity with the Athens desk, where innovation meets efficiency in a seamless fusion of style and function. So obviously this has been generated by Copilot, and I can, if I want to, go in and change, for example, the tone of voice to inspiring, and I'm going to say create draft here again, and it will change the message that we see in the marketing text section here. So I'm not gonna read through that this time here, guys, but yeah, just as an FYI, you can change the quality and the tone of voice, and that will change the marketing text that's generated by Copilot. Now, one of the other things here I can do is we've been clicking create draft. That's the action here. But if I drop down, I can choose create and append draft. So what this will do is it will add another tagline into my marketing text here. So before I do that, let me change this to, for example, creative. So tone of voice is now creative, emphasize quality is still on innovation, but we can change that if we want to as well. But what I want to show you here is the create and append draft function basically adds to the marketing text that we have already, right? So again, I'll do that and change the quality to sustainability. So we're emphasizing sustainability in a creative tone of voice. Again, I'll say create and append draft, and you'll see I'm getting a number of different suggestions, all appended to the one that I had previously. So you're just adding to what you've got already. Whereas if I said create draft here, it's going to overwrite what we had already. And there it looks like it is changing that each time as well. So if you don't like the sound of what you've got, you can just go create draft again, and off you go. And you do have undo and redo and clear text here as well if you wanted to have a bit of a mess about with what you're getting. And you can change the formatting, guys. I won't go into that. Yeah, just have a play with that in a sandbox environment. You can choose the different sort of formatting that you have, and you can say, was this a good suggestion? Yes or no as well. Now, what we haven't done is we've not tried some of the other options here. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to go in and choose, for example, 2 of my attributes here. So I've chosen adjustable height is no and assembly required is no. So let me go in and say close. And this time I'm going to say paragraph. And we have selected 2 attributes, or at least 2 here. So I'm going to say create draft now. And you'll see it's taken a little bit longer. It's working away to find a good block of text for us, and hopefully we should get that come through very soon. Sorry, it doesn't look like anything's come through, so I'll try again. Perhaps I need to select some more attributes in order for it to write a paragraph. So yeah, just I guess a heads up here, guys, you might need to think carefully about the attributes that you're going to include if you're going to use this functionality here. So I've definitely not got anything there. So let me go ahead and try and select more. I was hoping it would come up with a smaller, shorter paragraph. But now what I've done is selected all of my attributes, and we've still got the format and length set to paragraph. And let's see what we get when I say create draft this time. There we go, guys. So I'm not going to read through the paragraph, but it has generated a paragraph here for us. And you can change your format and length to tagline and paragraph. Let me just say create draft there again. So it's going to do something similar for us, but this time not only will we get a paragraph, but we will get a tagline as well. So you'll get sort of an introductory tagline, and then that will be followed by a paragraph. And sorry, it looks like it's not worked there, but I'm guessing what I can do is just change the quality and tone of voice here, and then I would perhaps get a tagline and paragraph. And you can also mess about with brief there, and sort of see what you get from Copilot. And what I should say is, I mean, let me just change that to tagline and say create draft. Just want to show you is, you can change anything here, guys, so you can still overtype here as you want to and change as you wish. But once you're done, you can basically just go in and press OK, and your description is then transferred to your marketing text on your product. So I guess I should mention it's still in preview mode there. As you saw, guys, sometimes I didn't get a product description suggested as we would expect, but feel free to have a play in a sandbox environment. Let me know if you have any questions. Let's see. I mean, I think, in my opinion, the AI side of things, we'll be seeing a few more things in Business Central. I've already seen some articles online from Microsoft about things that could be coming in the future. I think there's lots more to come here, and hopefully things that will help us save time in our day-to-day processing. But that's all we had to show for this video. I hope you found it useful. Thanks for watching, guys, and I'll see you on the next one.